Good morning, Steve Drummond, Superintendent Commerce ISD. We're here this morning in the brand new, beautiful middle school library. Looking in the background, we've got some of our science and art classrooms, and I'm here today with CMS Principal Patricia Nelly and CMS Assistant Principal Vanessa Abram, and I'm just going to talk to them, kind of let you see an insight into their world here at Commerce Middle School. So I'll be asking them a few questions and they're going to share. We'll start out with Miss Nelly. And my first question always to administrators is kind of give us a little brief history of your educational career. Anything you want to tell us about yourself growing up, where you went to school, really just a short synopsis and what led you to being the principal at Commerce Middle School.
I am originally from San Antonio, Texas. I have been in commerce for 13 years. I taught at the middle school, and then I went over to CES as the assistant principal. I moved up to being the principal of CES, and now I'm over here as the principal, and I am absolutely loving it. This new middle school is amazing. The facilities are absolutely beautiful, and I love the students here.
Miss Abram, just kind of the same thing, just give us a little brief history of what led you to being here assistant principal at Commerce Middle School.
I am from Sulphur Springs. I was born and raised in Sulphur Springs. All of my school there, graduated from Sulphur Springs High School. And I started in daycare. So I have been in the business of being with kiddos my entire life. I did some babysitting while I was in high school. And so I knew that this was my calling. This is what I've always wanted to do. And after I graduated high school, as I stated, I worked at a daycare center. Actually, Drummond's Play School and Kindergarten in Sulphur Springs is where I started. And then decided to apply for Sulphur Springs ISD. So I started as a paraprofessional there and decided that this was not fulfilling my dream. So I started doing some classes with Parish Junior College, and at the time it was Texas A&M University Commerce. So I was a non-traditional college student, a mom and a wife. And after finishing up my degree, I was hired as a teacher on the campus at Sulphur Springs High School. So my career as an educator has been with high school for 35 years and have loved. And what I say all the time is I get to go to work. Some people say, they have to go to work. I get to go to work because there's a joy in doing what you love, and I love being here at Commerce ISD now. I have worked for Sulphur Springs, I have worked for Pittsburgh, and now I am here. First time in a middle school because I have 34 years with high school, but I'm here because and I did not leave Sulphur Springs with any problems there. I just had some unfortunate mishaps in my life with the loss of my husband and my mother, so I needed a change. Went to Pittsburgh for 2 years and then wanted to get back closer to home, so I was fortunate enough to be a part of this family at Commerce, and so I'm here as a middle school administrator. Different, but it's a change, and I'm getting used to it. But I love being here at Commerce ISD and happy to be a part of this family.
Miss Nelly, you talked a little bit about being in a brand new building, and I'll give you kudos for not only have you been trying to run a school, but you also were very integral in helping us get this building completed. Share a little bit, if you would, kind of what you've learned about the construction process of moving into a new building and some of the struggles and some of the successes and aha moments you might have had during that process.
Well, I've learned that you have to stay on top of people. You have to make sure that they follow through and just keep track of day-to-day operations, that every piece of the puzzle has to happen as a regular part of the operation. So it's not just one person, it's not just one thing. Every bit of the construction process has to keep going no matter what happens. You can't rely on just one person because it's all a part of it.
Okay, thank you. And shifting back over to Miss Abram, you talked about, your entire career basically once you became a teacher or administrator has been in the high school. Share, if you would, a couple of, ahas about being in the middle school, some of the challenges you faced, and some of the things that maybe you thought you might not enjoy, but have really come to enjoy being in a middle school setting.
Amazingly, one of the things that I found out, middle school kids, they love to hug. And high school kids do too, but that was one of the things that I made sure that did not happen. I became a fist bumper in high school. And so here at the middle school, I do have my huggers, and they like to hug. And so I still have some that say, oh yeah, you like to fist bump, because when I first came, I still did the fist bumping. But I have become a hugger with some of my students. And so that's one of the things that I'm learning and I'm growing in, because it's a growing process for me as well as with the students. Another thing I find that's challenging for me is to get into the classrooms. I don't get there like I would love to, and that's one of the issues that I find, because being the only assistant principal on campus is the fact that discipline comes, and so I have to take care of that. But I would love to get into the classrooms and see what the teachers are doing, see what the students are doing. As the teachers are delivering, I want to see the delivery methods, see what needs to be done, if there is such a thing, and if so, how I can help, how I can assist. But I want to be in the classrooms helping to develop, if that needs to be the case, teachers, and assist with those things. But more than anything, this has been, for me, a challenge coming to a middle school campus after, as I stated, being at high school for 34 years. But it's an adjustment, and I'm making it, I'm loving it, and never thought this would be somewhere I would be, but I'm thankful to be here, thankful to be a part of this Commerce Middle School family.
Ms. Nellie, if you would talk a little bit about things that are happening academically on the campus. We're trying to make a push in the district to improve academically, our ratings, etc. So talk a little bit about what you look for as you go into classrooms, as far as things you're working on, improving instruction, and kind of how you're monitoring teachers, etc., to try to make us better.
Yes, sir. I want to see engaged students. I want to see students that are learning. I want to see them up and moving and actively engaged in what they're learning about, because sit and get doesn't work all the time for our kiddos. So what I really want to see them do is to know how they're doing in the classroom. So what we've focused on this year is growth. So all of our students have growth tracking charts. So when they take a test, they track what they're doing on their growth tracking chart. So they shade in what their score is, so they know how they're doing. So they can see how they've done over time. And they are able to see that they have made improvements or where they need to improve. So they can go back and go, okay, Unit 7, I didn't do so hot, so I need to, that's the area that I need to improve. Or hey, I really got Unit 5. That is where I'm doing the greatest. So that is where I know that is my top performer. So students are really able to track their growth.
Okay.
That's what our goal is.
Okay.
Pause right there.
Thank you, Miss Nellie, for sharing about kind of academically what's going on campus. You know, I agree that students have to be actively engaged to learn. Actually, you can have good teaching without learning if the students aren't involved in that teaching and learning. So, good point, and I totally agree with you. I'll just ask you ladies, I guess one more question each. It's a very simple question. If you had a Christmas wish to grant for Commerce Middle School, for your family, what would that be?
Oh, for Commerce Middle School, I believe I would wish that all of our students would have a wonderful holiday break.
You mentioned family. Family is so important to me, and I just hope that all of our students are able to enjoy their family, to be healthy, and to just spend as much valuable time with their family as possible. Holiday seasons are important to me, and this is always this is a time for me that it's rough, but we take pride in spending time together, our family. And we've made it through Thanksgiving. We're going to make it through Christmas. And I hope these kids value what they have. It's not about all in what they receive, if they can just receive the love and the joy that comes from being together. And I hope that they understand the importance of having love.
Okay.
That's what Christmas means to me, is love.
Sure. I couldn't agree with both of you more. I appreciate both of you kind of spending a little time with us this morning, talking, sharing about yourselves and about what's going on at campus. And as we do go into Christmas, just like to say to all of our families out there, all of our employees, everyone involved in CISD, we do wish you a Merry Christmas. We do hope you get to spend time with family. And at that, we'll just say, go Tigers. Thanks.